everybody, Howard here with Living in the Material World by George Harrison from the album of the same title. And this is just a really cool song. I'm not covering his trade-off slide guitar bits with the horn player in this particular lesson. I've done a lot of George's slide solos. You can check them out on the channel. But for this particular lesson, I'm just focusing on this really cool rhythm guitar part, okay? It's a real chugger. He's got some cool chords in it. And so let's talk about it. So it starts out on an A chord. This is the intro. Now that may seem like a really easy thing to do, but it's a definite syncopated type thing, okay? So he's got an A chord, of course, but he's not engaging with the B string or the E string or anything like that. It's just the A string, the D string, and the G string. He's got a little bit of muting going on back here. He's in standard tuning. Pretty much a bright guitar tone with just a pinch of distortion, that unique kind of distortion that he used to get. So we've got this groove. I'm just going to do that real slow instead of getting into a real technical explanation of it, but just slight muting in the back, palm muting, and this rhythm. So you can see the differentiation between the downstrokes and the upstrokes. Right? And popping this just a little bit to deaden the notes in between. And then he's got this little riff in here. So he's hammering from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret on the A string. And then the same thing on the D string, and then connecting with the A chord, okay? So we have nice and slow. Okay, so what follows is that F7. And again, subtle muting, very subtle back here. To an E7 chord. And he plays this loosely, okay? So it does have some natural variations in it, but basically we have. So let me do that nice and slow. You can see there's a lot of emphasis on the upstrokes. Exaggeration there, but there you go. We land an E7 chord, of course, and then it's back to the A chord, complete with that little riff. That's what we have so far, so here's the whole thing nice and slow. And then he plays this really cool thing. Essentially, it's an F sharp minor chord to an F major, shaped just like your D chord, but at the 5th fret. And then he plays a little melodic pattern in between, all the way up to an A chord, okay? So what he does is he plays this. Okay, so what he's got is he just has an inverted F sharp minor chord. Then he moves to what would be an F chord, just like your regular D shape, but at the 5th fret. And then he's going to move to the same shape at the 9th fret for an A chord. But what he's doing here is he's playing this. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down. And you can see I'm adding the pinky in there. You can see it on the tab, but just in case. So we move to that F chord, and on the F chord we have really cool. So we have down, down, up, 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 with those single notes following the chord. Let me do that again real slow. So it's down, down, up, 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 down, and with that note being the beginning of the line. But you want to include the whole chord in that, if that makes sense. And that's 5, 7, 9 from the chord though. And then he lands the A chord at the 9th fret. So let me put that whole little riff together for you. It's really cool. And then it's right back to the F7. And then we are into the song. And this part right here, the F7, the E7 to the A with that riff, is what he starts singing over, okay? He doesn't always play, sometimes he just plays what we would call the tail end of it. So he'll change it up and play it like this. Sometimes he doesn't play it at all, okay? Like I said, this is basically what he's doing, but he keeps it really, really loose. So whatever variety you can get in there, just go for it, okay? So we play that progression twice, okay? Okay, so that right there is an F sharp minor. You just hit it, let it ring out. And then instead of an F7, we have a regular F major to an A. And the timing on that is... All right, so let me put that all together for you real quickly, and we are off and running. And that becomes a giant loop. It just goes over and over again, and I trust you can listen to the recording for the arrangement there. But then we move to the middle section, okay, the Indian influenced section. And he's got some sweet chords in here. For this, you might want to clean up the sound a little bit or switch your pickup over. You know, just to get a little bit sweeter sound. That's what I would do on this one, rather than the bridge pickup. Although that sounds pretty nice too. Okay, I'll let you be the decider on that one, okay? So let's run down the chords first, okay? We have a C, and I like to play mine with that G in the bass up top, but you don't have to. A regular C will do. We're gonna have a C sus9. Pretty easy to play, but very sweet sounding in this song. We're gonna have an F again, regular F chord, and the other two chords that you'll find will be a D minor and an A minor, okay? So what I like to do on this bit is play it like this. Flick your toggle really fast, okay? So it's the pacing of the chords, right? So let me break it up into little sections for you. So we have the C to the C sus9 to the F major and back to C, okay? And those chords are all paced exactly the same. That's the same rhythm you'll use on all four of those. Really simple. And then moving back to the sus9 chord, we play this. So 2 strokes for each of those, the C sus9 to the F, and then 1 stroke apiece repeating them like that. So we have D minor, 1 stroke, A minor, 1 stroke. So we have, so let me put that all together for you. And then we start repeating, but it's going to be a little bit different at the end. So, as you can see, we played C to the C sus9 to F major to A minor to C, and all of those chords get the exact same strumming pattern. And then we return to the F major to the A major, but we start kind of just pounding it out. Back to that, okay? So let me play that whole middle section for you nice and slow. That's it, okay? That's how you put the whole thing together. And a quick little note on that, when you're moving into this section out of the A section of the song, you'll hear that little walk up into the C chord. So you're coming off of the so hear that little walk up. I kind of play it like that, 1st fret on the B string and then 2nd fret on the A string. But you definitely hear that little walk up more in the piano than anything, but you can add that in there. It sounds really nice. So there you go with Living in the Material World by George Harrison. A really cool, just kind of grooving rhythm guitar part. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and all the best to everyone as always. Peace to everyone, and we'll see you guys real soon.